Benito Mussolini, the absolute ruler once known as Il Duce, who dreamed of reviving the Roman Empire, was swept from his majestic balcony speeches to a dark end where he was torn apart by his own people. Captured while trying to escape under a German military cloak, the dictator's end would not conclude with a single bullet. Instead, it would transform into a gruesome spectacle under the feet of an unrelenting mob. This was not the rise of a tyrant, but the final act in a famous public square, the bloodiest expression of a nation's long-simmering hatred. By April 1945, as Allied forces pushed deep into Italy, the end was in sight for Mussolini. Taking his loyal mistress, Clara Petacci, with him, he sought refuge in a German convoy and began a desperate escape toward the Swiss border. Though he attempted to hide his identity by wearing a German military overcoat and helmet, he was recognized by Italian partisans on April 27th near the town of Dongo on Lake Como. The once invincible leader had fallen to the state of an ordinary fugitive, waiting in terror for his fate in the back of a truck. On April 28, 1945, forced to kneel against a wall, Mussolini was given neither a trial nor a right to defense. Under the orders of partisan leader Colonel Valerio, he and his mistress Clara Petacci were executed together by firing squad. As the bullets struck, it wasn't just a dictator who died, but Italy's 20-year fascist dream. Yet, this silent execution was only the beginning of the storm. The true brutality would unfold as their lifeless bodies were tossed into a truck and headed toward Milan. The following morning, Piazzale Loreto in Milan witnessed one of the most gruesome scenes in history. The bodies of Mussolini, Petacci, and other fascist leaders were hung upside down from the roof of a gas station. The crowds that once knelt before him were now stoning the corpses, spitting on them, and tearing them apart with years of pent-up rage. This public display in the square was bloody proof of how a dictator's absolute authority could transform into absolute hatred. Mussolini's final journey did not end in the square. The once mighty leader was ultimately laid upon a cold autopsy table at the University of Milan. In the famous footage that still haunts archives today, that body, surrounded by doctors and with a face distorted beyond recognition, symbolized the tragic bankruptcy of fascism. This lifeless form, examined with scientific curiosity, was recorded as the most shocking document of how a man who once shook the world was ultimately reduced to a mere pile of flesh.